So, my first thing I want to say is you ran with Summon Airy, and what's your reasoning?
I run Airy most of the time. My
Okay.
reasoning specifically in this game is that it has the most potential for damage if you're able to proc it off cooldown, and I feel like this matchup allows for that.
Okay. And you just don't like Electrocute or Dark Harvest?
I've tried them. Dark Harvest, I like the idea, but I find it not very useful on Zoe specifically because a lot of times you actually kill people outside of the Dark Harvest range,
Okay.
like above 50% HP.
Yeah. Alright. Well, I'm also confused on why you actually went Cut Down as well. And also,
Yeah.
I'm just like, I'm thinking about this, like, okay, you like playing with Summon Airy. That's cool and all. Personally, I would still go Electrocute. If you like Summon Airy, go for it. I would say Electrocute would still be good in this matchup. But Nimbus Cloak's fine. Celerity feels okay, I guess. I would rather still go Transcendence for the ability haste. Scorch is good. And Presence of Mind and like Cut Down just feel off. And what is like your thought process with those two?
Well, the Presence of Mind, I guess mana is good.
Yeah, mana's really good.
The Cut Down, I usually run Cut Down because squishies aren't really necessarily a problem for Zoe. Hanks are more of a problem, and so I kind of want to cover that base, if that makes sense.
Okay.
But I actually think in this game, I think it would have been better to go something else because there's such high priority targets in the squishies.
Yeah.
Like Katarina is really important to be able to kill,
Mm-hmm.
or else she's just gonna combo off, kind of thing.
Yeah. I think just Coup de Grace is just better than Cut Down in my opinion.
Okay.
It just it feels like your Cut Down just it feels so useless because I don't know how to explain this. To me it feels useless. It doesn't feel like it's going to do any more damage than Coup de Grace. I feel like Coup de Grace will still do more damage.
Okay, yeah. I mean, I respect that because like a lot of League is kind of something's better, but you can't explain why sometimes. So I get you. Like you can feel that it does more damage, but like not everybody does like the math. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, that's all I have to say about your runes. I just feel like Electrocute is just it got buffed also this patch, so it feels really good now. And like just in this matchup, I just feel like yes, you can proc Summon Area pretty well in this matchup with those short trades that Katarina really likes to do. Electrocute is just better. Because you'll both get Electrocute proc, both of you will get it if you both trade, and she's just doing more damage because she's getting the Electrocute proc off of you. Yeah, those got buffed. Like, I understand why you didn't go, like, second Domination Tree. Second Domination Tree just feels so fucking terrible, honestly. Yeah. That's all I have to say about that. Laning phase wasn't super terrible. I do have some things I want to talk about with your usage of abilities. And at least what happens after you use an ability. Because there are times where Katarina punishes you really, really well because you are still on cooldowns. And you're not respecting that. You're not respecting her with the cooldowns that you have. I'll try to find some points. So this is going to be one of the first points where it happens. Where you use an ability and you're on cooldowns and then she actually punishes you because of it. And this happens multiple times in your game. And also, one thing I want to talk is about your E's. At first, you started throwing them out, and your E is really important. Because that's your... I explained this concept before. This is your get-out-of-jail-free card. If Katarina jumps on you, your E is there to stop her, basically. At least for you to get away. For the most part, you'll most likely get away from her if you just E her. But you use it in the beginning where you just start throwing it out, and... I don't know why, because you threw it out here, and maybe you were trying to hit her after the minion died. I feel like there is just no point to go for this E. So now it's on a 15-second cooldown, and then this is where you use your Q, and then you're still on cooldown, stepping up to her, and she kills you. if you just had your Q, if you just had your E here, she loses this every single time. But since you're not respecting your own cooldowns, you're just getting yourself killed here. So whenever we're on cooldowns, like now, just literally if you just respected it for like another second or two, you would have killed her here. She would have gotten killed. You sadly lost it. And that was like the first time that happened, where you weren't respecting your cooldowns. Really, there wasn't really I could see that you could have done in the late game. The game was over after like your third or fourth death, honestly. The Katarina was like, yeah, the Katarina was like 6-0, 7-0 or whatever. Like the game was basically over at that point. Just the laning phase where you're not respecting your cooldowns and also using your E a little bit more sporadically was probably what cost you the game here and why you kept losing. Like again, you're on cooldowns and you're stepping up again. She just catches you off again with 6 seconds on your Q, 10 seconds on your E, and you're stepping up to her. Obviously you want to get autos and whatever, the W proc. You got your Q back up, but you're just dead. You don't have your E. You can't do anything here. You don't have flash. You're just dead. So you need to respect your cooldowns. You really need to, because that's what's getting you killed. That's what it seems like is happening in this game, at least.
Yeah. I think you're right. Can I bring up a point?
Yeah, what's up?
So, for me, League of Legends is almost more of a mental game than it is anything else. I don't think that is the way it is for everyone, but like I have a problem with ego in the game.
Yeah. I mean, I do too as well. It's like,
you know what I'm talking about.
Yeah, I know what you're talking about. I know what you're talking about.
And so, a lot of these times when you see me walking up, it's like somewhere in the back of my head, I know I'm doing something wrong, but like I don't care because I'm trying to like prove this Katarina wrong, kind of thing.
Yeah.
And it's a mistake because like I die.
Yep.
And so, but no. Yeah, so I think you're right though. I think the cooldowns is, if I can focus on that, I think it'll help.
It's honestly, I feel the same way when it comes down to a lot of things. It's like also when I play like Bel'Veth and stuff, when I play my jungle, I do stupid shit, and like I'm not thinking like, oh, this guy's taking hair or they're taking dragon and I want to fight it, but my bot lane is pushing and they don't care. I just sit there and roam, or I just sit there next to the dragon for like 3 minutes or like, you know, a minute doing nothing, while I could have just went top lane and probably gotten, you know, maybe a kill on top lane or took in their camps or taken grubs, whatever could have happened. But I'm just so focused on this one thing, and like I'm trying to ego this dragon right now, and it just gets me, you know, it happens.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's hard to focus on stuff like that, because once you do start focusing on that, it becomes like, it literally just becomes muscle memory. You're like, oh, my Q and E are down, I just need to sit back, let her do her shit, wait for her cooldowns, and then we can do something. If you look into the game more like a turn-based game, because League can be seen that way in mid lane, at least it can be seen very turn-based. Oh, Katarina just used her cooldowns, I could punish her. Oh, I just used my cooldowns, I gotta play safe, so let me back off. So it can be seen very turn-based as well when it comes down to trading and stuff. Oh, okay, there was actually one more thing that I wanted to talk about. So you know you're behind here, and at this point in time, we're in mid-game. There's no reason to ward the jungle, because let's think about this. Katarina's ahead. She's always going to get wave prio. What's the point of warding the jungle if the jungler's never going to gank us anymore? Because Katarina's going to be pushing 24/7. There's like she's going to push 24/7 and then roam. And this is why I say this ward is like bad. And because we could actually do a better ward now. If we're behind, we can do a really good ward that can kind of screw her up. It helps you know where Katarina's going to go later on. And that's just a simple ward straight in the middle of the lane right here.
Okay. I never do that, and I think maybe that's a good thing to pick up.
It is really, really smart, because literally she roams off of this wave, because you know she roams off this wave. You put this ward right here, you know that she's going top lane. You just know immediately that she's going top lane and that she's going to be missing. So this is exactly when you would ping top lane to tell that Katarina is missing. And then this Aatrox wouldn't have died. This Aatrox does die because Katarina roamed. Like Nocturne came here too, but he actually got away from the Nocturne. But since Katarina came, he died. But like, it was such a late ping from you. Obviously, it's because you didn't know what was happening. But like this ward would have been super, super helpful. You would have known immediately that she's roaming top, and you would have pinged this Aatrox immediately. Because like as soon as you check over here, you ping Missing, and he's already done for. It's too late at this point. Those were like basically the only, I guess the only 3 things that I could say that you could work on, at least from this game, is working on respecting your own cooldowns on when you should play more passively, respecting Katarina's cooldowns, respecting your E as a get out of jail free card, making it so you only use your E when she's jumping on you, when you can securely know that that E is gonna hit. Because if it misses, you know you're dead. And then obviously if you're behind and you know that Katarina is probably going to be pushing the wave 24/7, just plop a ward straight in the middle of the lane. It'll tell you exactly where she's going. Yeah, we can do like in a week or two. Have fun with your lane games. Good luck.